What's up, everybody? Today we're looking at Elite Learning over here on Appsumo for the Appsumo Lifetime Deal highlight video. So Elite Learning, this is the enterprise account. They actually have an individual account that I believe is a little bit cheaper. We're not going to cover that in this video, but if you don't have a team of people and you just want to use the software, which I will show you in a bit, you can go ahead and go check that out. So welcome to Elite Learning, a one-stop 360 upskilling solution for the workplace. Get access to curated content for 1,800 skills. Best for businesses looking to map skills to find career paths, get engaged curated content, validate and reward learners, advanced analytics, empower your team with 21st century learning practices, and accelerate your team's growth. AI-powered skill management tool. A lot of this is BS, and unfortunately, before I jumped on this video, I did actually explore the backend a little bit. Unlike most highlights, I actually got to look at it pretty in-depthly. Best for C-suite, SaaS, small businesses. I agree. If you have a team, this is pretty good. I say pretty good, not great, for a reason. GDPR compliant, that doesn't matter to me personally. Alternative to ThinkCell, I've never heard of that. Integrations with G Suite and Office 365. Resource type is a membership. So yeah, it is basically a membership platform with some negatives. There are certifications, but you literally have to make them yourself. So it's not like they're just in there ready to go. All right, so let's watch the video from Appsumo.
Skills, skills, skills. Everyone's talking about skills. They say it could make or break your organization. All that's fine, but how do you measure your team's skill levels? Forget about that. How do you define the skills for each role? And then the big how? How do you nudge your team to acquire more skills? Just subscribing to courses and opening it up for the team doesn't seem to be working, right? That's why enterprises use Elite, an AI-powered skill management solution that enables companies to map skills to roles and define learning paths with highly relevant, just-in-time, bite-sized, curated content. With Elite, you can invite your team members to a learning journey that's tailor-made for their specific role. It's just the click of a button. Choose the role and send an invite to a team member. They get immediate access to a personalized learning platform that's built just for them, complete with a skill path. That's a learning curriculum specific to their role. The learning starts with an evaluation test to anchor the skill level and identify the skill gaps that need to be worked on. The Elite Learning Companion will then nudge them to acquire the skills required with reminders and rewards. All you need to do is sit back and watch the fun. Yes, you'll get an analytics view that'll rival that of a spaceship. It's time to shake up your team and earn those dollars. Over 600 plus enterprises across 48 industries with 1 million active users cannot be wrong.
All right, so that's their video, and I can tell you right now, that video makes it look a lot more in-depth on the back end. They don't actually have any of that set up on the back end. It's all blank, and I will show that in a bit. Let's look over their features first. It is lifetime access to the Elite Learning plan. This is the, like I said, the enterprise version. All future Elite Learning updates. You can do up to 3 codes. First one is $79 for 50 users. All right, they call it a magic learning box. It has 20 million articles, 15 million videos, 800,000 courses, and 150,000 podcasts. But essentially, it's just a bunch of free things around the web, from blogs, from YouTube videos, all kinds of stuff. And they had an AI organize it into different categories, and then that's how you have your skills set up. Personalized learning, skill mapped for every user as per their job roles. 1,000 plus skill paths with over 10 million curated content by global subject experts. 20 million plus influencer content for over 1,200 skills. Evaluation and validation tests for each skill to map gaps. Detailed analytics, create a team and assign managers and admins. You can do that. I didn't get to test it a whole lot, unfortunately, because I don't have a lot of people that want to just mess around with random softwares with me. So I didn't get to test out what the admins and managers can do, but it is an option in there, which is pretty cool. Certificates and rewards, like I said, you got to set up your own. Oh, and the rewards are not active yet. You can't use those. You can't set them up even if you wanted to right now. I don't know if you can with certificates, but I know they're just not in there right now. I think those you just set up yourself. Add and share your content internally to bring social learning. I don't know what they mean by this. There is no communication platform inside of Elite Learning, and I did actually recommend that from the team over there, so hopefully they get that added. 40 minutes product onboarding and training. But that's one code. If you want to, you get 50 users. For 2 codes, you get 120 users. For 3 codes, you get 200 users. Now, there is a caveat to that. Unfortunately, with the Appsumo lifetime deals, once you add a user, that one's gone. So you have, say if you're a blogger, you hire a writer, you bring them in, they write you one article, you trained them and everything, and then they never write another article. They always have access to that account, and you never get that user back. So you now have 49 users after that. Unlike their paid plans, which are reusable, the lifetime deals are not. They did just do an update recently. This is now the 2.0 of Elite Learning. They added mentors, customized skill path. Still doesn't work. Not the way it should anyways. Subject experts for curated learning. This just means they have experts that come in and look at the skills and readjust the curated content. And then reports are super powerful now. Again, couldn't really test that because I don't have a whole team of people. So let's check out the reviews. Looks like it's mostly 5 stars. Much of the content is outdated and some of it is embarrassing. This is 100% true. It is very outdated and a lot of it doesn't even make sense. Cannot delete or remove individual pieces of content that are not appropriate. Signed up twice for a walkthrough. I don't know about this one, so I will stick with Google searches and individual controllable pieces of content. That's kind of how I feel about it right now. I'm hoping they get it fixed eventually. Okay, looks like most people seem to love it though. That last guy, looks like most people like it, and it is pretty neat. It is a very neat idea. I agree with Mr. Tim Man so far. And then one thing he forgot to mention is the fact that once you use a user, it's gone. So if you have a team of people you've been working with for years, then great. That's not going to matter to you much. If you're hiring writers every other week and your writers just kind of disappear after a couple months, that's just what they do. So you're going to be using that 50 pretty quickly. All right, so let's head over to their website. This is edsanta.com. This is basically their home pad for all of their stuff. They do more than just the Elite Learning platform. All right, now this is actually what you're purchasing right here. All right, so this is the back end. These are the courses and stuff I've kind of checked out so far. The sidebar, I mean, obviously you can see I've been fairly engaged a couple times here. So you get started, you run through this here. It'll kind of show you how to do everything. And then there's your skills. There's your tests. There's your little certifications. So they do have the mentor program. Book a session for $90 an hour. Okay. Are they all that much? Okay, so you sign up to be a mentor and you can make $90 an hour. That's not a bad deal. Okay, and they all have specifications. Head of Information and Security, technical consultant, mentor and shareholder, founder and CEO. This is pretty cool. You're telling me a founder and CEO is going to book a session with you for $90 an hour? Today, he serves as CEO of a nanotech company and expert manager at Innovation A. Never heard of it. All right, so it's basically a bunch of board members, project managers, engineers, and CEOs. So pretty cool, and looks like they're all about $90 an hour. I wonder if they make the money or if it's something that Elite charges and they just do it for free. So they got the mentor thing. Let's go down. My Elite. This is where you have control of your own stuff. You can add your own content here. You can add a link to like a blog post you wrote. You can upload a video, upload documents, and the links actually work for more than just blog posts. You can do like YouTube videos and stuff. So you got your saved content. So when you're in a course, click on that. You can click on something, and then you can save it here. You can save it. You can like it. There you go. You just pick where you want to save it, each pod. I'm assuming that's what they mean by the curated content, being able to adjust everything. But as far as in here, you have no way to remove this. Say you want to remove this from this supplier management group of content completely because it's just outdated and pointless. You run into this a lot with the SEO stuff. There you go. A lot of this stuff in here is very outdated because SEO changes every year pretty much. Okay, that one's actually pretty new. But yeah, you don't have any way to adjust anything. You can't drag and drop it, nothing. You can't move anything around. You can't click on any of this to change it. There's no right-clicking availabilities. I mean, there's a lot of content in here, and a lot of it is good, but there's no way to adjust it. Close article. Ah, there we are. Okay. So now we found it. Okay, so they found a way to fix it. Okay, I like that. I like that. But you have to create a custom skill path. Now, does this change everything? So let's go ahead and edit this. Okay, so you can edit what it's called. You can get in there, move that stuff around. Okay. How do I remove it, though? We can add stuff. How do we remove? Oh, you just inactivate it. Not as good as I was hoping. Okay, add a video, link, source. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, so they did kind of fix that. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's a good compromise. Okay. It gives you a layout of what's in each section. Okay, I like that. All right, so it's looking a little better now. The skills. Can you do it on all of them? Let's go to this one. Because this one didn't have... Yeah, this one only has learning bites, so you can actually create a custom skill path here. You can't. Why can't you do it here? This is the most important one. There's not even one on here, so let us choose from the group of stuff here. We should be able to choose out of all these things and put them in our own little skills. Right? Am I crazy? Oh, and the courses aren't actually included in this, by the way. You do still have to, it's basically just a link to the course website, and then you pay for that. What is going on here? Okay, well, this is clearly not working. All right, that was weird. Oh, and they have a little random feed button, which is pretty cool. So if you have a bunch of skills you got to learn, why is it going so slow? Now, obviously, I don't get to mess around with the analytics much because I don't have any other team members. Asked a few friends, nobody wanted to do it. So, future reference, if there's anyone out there that wants to kind of test some products that I have team member access to, let me know, and I would definitely put you on a list to help me test some of this stuff out. The only requirement I would have is just give me your opinion about it, and then, whatever. I can't promise I'll be keeping the software because this one, I think I'm going to refund this one, honestly. I'm not in love with it. The developers seem to kind of, while they do put in the requested upgrades, they don't do it in a way that, I don't know, it's not as easy as I would have liked, I guess. And frankly, their platform is really slow. This is ridiculous. This is actually the worst I've seen it so far. Now, here's the rewards. As of right now, you can't do any rewards. They don't have the rewards up. I don't think you can even earn points yet. I know I haven't earned any points yet. So before it actually said, it brought you to this page with a bunch of like gift cards on it, and it said talk to your admin. But you don't have any access to any of the reward systems yet. All right, so here's your job titles. All right, so you click over here, and then you search for a job. So you need a copywriter, or you hired a copywriter, and you want to give them some extra learning. Type it in there, just a regular copywriter, and these are the suggested things to learn. So you add skill or add and edit skills. Say he needs to learn. Well, it's not on here. Okay, pretty much everything's on here. Let's say you have him working at Excel. So Excel, boom, you add that. Now that's in there. You can drag and drop. I don't know if that really matters at all. Looks like there's no way to adjust the actual... there's no way to adjust the content inside of there, so you do have to do it all manually. You go to the skills, and I don't know if this changes for everybody, by the way, when you adjust it. I don't know if it changes for everybody on the team or if it changes for you individually when you make a custom path. So, like I said, I have no way to test that because I have no one else to test things with at the moment. Maybe they'll change in the future. Who knows? So these are the users, teams, job titles. Here's the skill paths. Okay, so I can manage some of the inactive. What in the world? Okay, so these are the custom ones. Create custom skill path. So yeah, you do have to have it all, or do it all manually. That kind of sucks. Okay, so it doesn't, nothing happens. Okay, well, that was a fail. All right, more analytics. You can manage your own content. Of course, you can upload all kinds of stuff. And I don't believe there is a limit on how much you can upload, which is freaking cool. So, you know, if you have a lot of your own content and you have a team that's not interchangeable a whole lot, then this could be pretty cool. Like, might be a good place to hold your stuff in the meantime. Manage tests, manage rewards. Ooh, did they add it? No, you still can't do anything here. Okay, so they have the thing for it, but they still haven't put anything in here. Obviously, you can adjust your company name, your colors for everything. None of that's all that important to me, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much the overview of everything. So the skills, looks like they've kind of fixed it a little bit. I see a lot less issues with it than I did before, so that's a plus. They did actually fix the SEO as well. So they got SEO on mobile, analytics. They got all kinds of stuff now. Local SEO in here, no follow links. Pretty cool. They're still missing technical SEO on here, but looks like they kind of have it mixed in with on-page and off-page. For those of you who don't know, it's on-page optimization, off-page optimization, and technical SEO optimization. Those are basically your three pillars of SEO. Technical SEO is essentially how well your website runs, how fast it is, how secure it is, stuff like that. Off-page SEO are your links to your website, essentially. And then on-page SEO is your copy and your writing and your pictures and your metadata and all that. That's the on-page SEO is the only thing you truly have 100% control over. Well, I guess you kind of have control over technical SEO if you have your own servers, but it's a whole other thing. So I like the fact that they added the custom pathing. I would still say for most people, this is not the best deal. It's good for small teams. If you have a team of like 5 to 10, you want to throw, $80 at something to kind of mess around with some skills and customize it, you would have to have hours and hours of time to actually fix a usable system. And remember, for some skills like supplier management, you can't even do a custom path, which blows because there is no path at all. So you just got all this content to randomly look at. You wouldn't actually learn anything from that. It's kind of like just going to YouTube, searching for supplier management, and start watching random videos. That's the equivalent here, except you don't have to pay for YouTube. Now, where they do have actual skill paths, and you can... Oh, see, they don't have it on this one either. Another one you can't do anything with. Completely useless, in my opinion. Now, that being said, you could probably go to manage skill paths and add it for whenever they fix this. I'm assuming that's what this is for, but currently it's just not working. So hopefully that changes soon. But yeah, honestly, I'm going to refund this one. Not a big fan of it. It's okay. It was a great idea. There was just something about it I'm just not impressed with. There's a couple of things I'm not impressed with. And the big one for me is the one-time use users. That one is huge. I do not like that. And the only reason I know that is because it was in the questions, by the way. There we go. Here it is. You can't actually remove users. This isn't the one I read earlier, but there's another one in here. You can, once it's used, it's that user, you can apparently deactivate or inactivate them. So that's at least cool. So they can't use your stuff even after, say, you fire somebody. But you do not get that user back. Ah, yeah, here it is. So thank you for your reply. If I make a user inactive, this leaves room for adding another user instead. So let's say I have 50 users, and that is the plan max. When deactivating a user, it becomes 49, so I can invite another. No, once a license is given to a user, it cannot be reclaimed and given to others. This is only applicable to the lifetime deal. But if you choose an annual subscription, it can be done. So that's the big one for me. And that right there is honestly the reason I'm going to be refunding it. I don't have any use for something like that. I may be being a little picky. It's only $79. It's $4 per seat. It's not a huge loss. That being said, you can't get any more. So once you go through 50 employees, you get no more. You got to go on a subscription plan. So let's check out their pricing, see what that's going to run you. All right, so you got the essential, the growth, and the ultimate. So for 20 users, where you can do that, it is $5 per user per year. It's not terrible. Not terrible, actually. Could be worse. I mean, honestly, since they're reusable, this would probably be a better deal. It's $99 per year. You get 20 users, and you don't have to worry about running out of them. So if you got a small team, the $99 a year might actually be worth it if you never plan on going over 20, for example. But yeah, that's my take on Elite Learning. It's pretty neat. It's very unique, and it's very popular. Everybody seems to love it. I seem to be the only one that's kind of iffy on the whole, once you give a license away, it's gone forever. Kind of defeats the whole lifetime thing, because you're eventually going to run out of users. No matter how, say you have a team of 3, you lose one every couple months, you're going to be out of users within a couple years, and bam, your lifetime thing's over. And I'm assuming that's how they planned it. If I'm going to put a lot of work into something like that I'm rarely going to use, I want it to actually truly be lifetime. If you're interested in it, I'm going to leave the links down below. For me, it's a refund. For you, if you have a better use case than I don't run a team anymore, so this is a very low value ad for me anyways. So go check that out. I'll leave all the links in the description. Head down there, click those if you can. It does help me out, and I'll see you all in the next video.